Hibbing area transit rider, and the city wants to hear from you. Between now and 11 a.m. Wednesday, July 10th, you can give your input on when, why, and for what you use city buses. Results will be shared with MnDOT and their future transit provider, Arrowhead Transit. Insights from this survey will help guide future planning and ensure the transit system meets the evolving needs of the community. We have a link to that survey on our website. And next we have St. Louis County, where the Board of Commissioners will be appointing a member to a 3-year term on the St. Louis County Civil Service Commission. That commission oversees the county's merit system of employment by approving and enforcing rules, hearing appeals and complaints. There are usually 2 meetings scheduled per month with additional periodic hearings. We have eligibility requirements and how to apply on our website. And we're wrapping up in Hayward with an event for people looking to adopt a new pet. Saving Grace is a nonprofit foster-based animal rescue, and on Saturday from 11 to 2, they're hosting an adoptable pet meet and greet at Apple Awards. There will be dogs of all ages, ice cream, raffles, and more. A pre-approved application is needed since this is a same-day take-home event. And this is not a first-come, first-serve event. Saving Grace really tries to match pets with families that would be great fits for each other. And if there's something going on in your neighborhood that you think we should know about, send us an email, and it might be featured as we take you around the Northland, city by city.